exciting here this morning. I don't know if you all know this, but your parents and your family and friends were yelling and screaming when your names were called, but so were your teachers. I was pretty impressed by that, and I think most of them were yelling because they were happy and pretty proud of you. Some of them probably because they were happy to leave. I want to break from the core real quick. I ask all you guys to stand up. There are a couple things that I heard this morning that really stood out to me. One thing came from one of your teachers who came here and said and thanked a student or students for making him a better educator. And I thought that was a pretty impressive thing. And, you know, I think all these teachers to some degree can say the same thing. So, you know, it's a two-way street. Something else that I heard that really impressed me was the speaker, the student that came up, your class speaker, who talked about the teachers that pushed her, that expected more of her, that every day expected her to be her best. And I was really impressed with that because, you know, the most learning that I had in middle school and high school was from teachers who expected the best of me every day. The best preparation I had was provided by teachers that didn't put up with my crap. The best preparation for my life was a teacher that said, sit down and listen. Be quiet. You can do better. Study hard. The teacher, yes, the teacher who will take your phone away from you when it's not supposed to be out in the middle. I tell you what, you may not know it now, but if you've got a teacher who expects your best every day, you have a chance. And when you leave here to go to high school, you should look for places that have teachers that expect your best every day. You guys may not know, I went to St. Augustine High School. And when I went there, I was introduced to a culture that I was unfamiliar with outside of my house. Culture and an expectation, a group of people that expected you to do your best, to be your best, to work hard every day. And at some point, I think it was between sophomore and junior year, instead of the teachers doing that, we did it to each other. We expected the best from each other every day, whether it was in the classroom, whether it was in the marching 100, whether it was on the football field, whether it was on a basketball court, wherever. We expected the best from each other. We knew the great responsibility that was ahead of us, being adult men in this city, in this country, and around the world. We knew, or eventually came to know, that life at times would be very difficult, and a lot was going to be expected. We knew that it wasn't always going to be easy. but sometimes it wouldn't. And so we also knew that, eventually knew that what we're going through, the expectations that were placed upon us, would pay dividends for us in the future. I had a history teacher. I had a paper due. I turned in my paper for history. I got it back from the teacher, and it had red marks all over it. And I went up to the teacher. I said, "Why don't you take out points? All these points, all the information is factual. It's correct." And he looked at me and he said, "Well, you're supposed to have a semicolon here, a comma here. This is a double negative," and he went on and on. And I said to him, "This isn't an English class." And he looked at me and he said, "Put your hands on the table." And he pulled out his pad and he whacked me a couple times. And he said, "Every class in this school is an English class." Yeah. He said, "While you're standing in front of me, if you say something grammatically incorrect, I'm going to correct you. When you go to your Spanish class and you say something incorrect in English, you're going to get it correct." And he looked at me and said, "The expectation looks like you got two choices. You can meet the standard," and he had his hand all the way up. He said, "You can meet the standard, or you can exceed the standard. Meet the standard or exceed the standard. That's it." He said, "Try to pull my arm down." I couldn't pull his arm down. And he looked at me and said, "It's not going to go down. Two choices, meet the standard or exceed the standard." So, class. There's a lot of expectations. These teachers have poured a lot into you, including the teacher that looks like Busta Rhymes. Is that me? Well, don't tell me that's the first time you heard it. Do anyone know who Busta Rhymes is? Well, I'll tell you what, these teachers have spent a lot of time pouring into you and doing everything they could to educate you and prepare you for your future.
All right, Coach B!
I'm not making fun of them. And so, live up to that. Be the type of person that's going to make them proud. Be the type of student in America that's going to make your parents proud. And be proud people.